Oh no. Hello.
Hello.
Something I want to show you that's working really, really well. I've just done another stupid thing. Now I'm going to make some flowers. Oh no. Oh, I totally forgot. I forgot to clean up from last week. Hello.
Hello.
We've flown out the door because we're about to have more rain and we're trying to prep the garden. So something I want to show you that's working really, really well to try and keep the ridiculous amounts of rain from ruining everything is trenching around the edges of your beds. There's a trench there, so it's like a sharp decline and then you push the dirt so it kind of mounds up. Very hard to see on this bed. I'll take you out to the field and show you how it looks out there. Might be able to see it a bit better from here. This is just I've wanted to put a garden bed in front of this shed for years, so I'm finally getting it done. I'm underplanting it with potatoes because I need the soil to heal up a bit, and then I'm putting cosmos over the top. I've just done another stupid thing. There's a wedding that I'm doing all these posy jars for, and it's the 21st, right? And in my head, for some reason, I've all week been thinking that's tomorrow. So I messaged this girl and I'm like, what's the earliest I can drop these flowers off today? I'm just conscious of the fact that there's all this rain around, we might get our roads closed and I don't want you to miss out on your flowers, blah, 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 blah. She messages me back and she's just like, my wedding's on the 21st. And then a next message, next weekend. And I'm like, why? Why do I do this? I need to organise my life. I can't do this anymore. Hi everyone, I'm going for a quick walk while I can, while the rain's not happening. But this whole area right now preparing for flooding. We're pretty lucky. We're on, even though we're in a valley, we're on the water just runs through our property. But our neighbours next door, not so lucky. They live right on the creek. They've moved their cars to higher ground. They've moved their lawnmower. We've let them know, you know, if it looks like they're going to flood, call us. We'll come over and help them move things up off the ground. We're hopeful it's not going to happen, but they did. So 12 years ago, the creek just went through their house. Oh, here's our little wallaby friend. So as you've seen, we've had ridiculous amounts of rain over the last weeks, might even be months at this point. It's been a very wet winter. It's been now very wet spring. We're about 6 weeks behind on our plantings and we're just putting them out anyway now. But we've had this massive, I don't know, flood alert in the whole area because all the reservoirs are full, the creeks are full, the rivers are full, everything's overflowing. So there's a lot of people underwater now, and we're lucky. We're in a valley, but on the side of a hill, a slope. So the water kind of runs through our property, but we're going to go check the flower field because it does sit a bit low. So let's go have a look. We have some obvious drainage issues here. There is a drain here, but it's not working. We're going to have to fix that. I did plant out some stuff the other day. I've planted out some veggies, which look like they're doing fine. They're in raised beds. They're not pooling with water at all, so I can plant out into there. Otherwise, our place looks good. There's a dam here. We actually have water that it runs through the property, mainly up through here, hits this dam and it runs through. The good thing about all the water is we can take a look at what we need to work on the property. We do need to dig some more trenches to direct water. And there's some low-lying areas where we're going to put some infrastructure in that we now know that we need to fix before we do that. So I'll show you those. The field looks fine. So we'll check out those trenched beds that we did. to try to prepare. The Cool Flowers plot, we haven't trenched it. It's just got the raised beds and it'll be full of water. It'll be real boggy. Yeah, you can see it. But it's not too bad because this whole area is on a slight slope. So it's running down. This paddock will be a total bog. It doesn't have water runoff at all. It just sits in there. I mean, this is really boggy. I'm pretty wet underfoot, but, oh, this is bad here. Compared to what other people are dealing with, this is nothing. So these trenches have done their job. I think what we need to do though is probably leave the ends open like this one, and probably get this pathway here made into a bit of a, you know, like a cupping shape, so it can run out of the rows and then run off. So that's probably something we can work on. Like, as you can see, this area here needs to be built up a bit. It's really low. That'll be making the roots of the Larkspur and Feverfew pretty wet. I think we've had some erosion here. Yeah, it's pretty wet. We got some sunflower seeds in yesterday because we're just starting to get desperate. Something's germinated there. I don't know what that is. Ranunculus, finally, we've got some colour coming. Amazing. And the sea holly that I told you, I was surprised to discover that they love this much water. But look, they are thriving. Something else we had done before all this rain happened was we had the pad for the hothouses fixed up. So thankfully we did, and it's looking pretty good. It's not too bad. There is still a little bit of water pooling, but it is, I mean, you can see the water flowing through here. It's just coming off the hills. Flower farm looks great. I wasn't too worried about it last night. I was scrolling through Instagram, watching other flower farmers, and they've just got like lakes going through their flower fields. And so I was sort of thinking, I didn't think that would happen here, but I just sort of thought, if it happens, it happens. Like, there's nothing we can do. All of us are kind of behind on our farming for the season anyway. We'd have to just sort of regroup, wait for it to dry out and start again, which is just how farming is. It's one of the things that suck about being a farmer. It's so unpredictable and so reliant on the weather. Now, this is the bit that always makes me anxious. Let's go check the current flower studio. That's the one that leaks. Actually looks pretty good. I think the water's just run off our property really well, which is good. We've got this trench down the side. This looks fine. It's a bit messy, but now we're having a sun shower. We have this feeling that even though it's terrible weather, that it's going to fine up and be sunny by this afternoon. So I'm prepping flowers to go roadside, which sounds crazy. I don't think any of the other sellers are going to be there. And I think we might be onto something. We're having sunshine. Ronai's just quickly makeshifting up some runoffs for the gutters just to connect everything back up. It's because we're apparently having like 3 or 4 days of sunshine and then we're having more rain. So we're just, the things that we've noticed from last night's rain that we need to fix, we're going to get them done so that the next lot of water causes even less problems. But now I'm going to make some flowers. Even though I work with flowers, I don't always feel like I want to do it. Like today, I don't really feel like making flowers. I don't feel like making bouquets. And the thing that sucks is this crappy weather has put us so far behind. We may not even have like lots of flowers until Christmas. And then January is very quiet. I am working on some other ideas of how to make money off this in the down times. But the hard part is we have no time, and I need time to sit down and actually figure it out. We've got ranunculus, finally. They've kind of all popped open with all that rain. Then we've had about 3 or 4 days of sunshine. We've got a couple more days of sunshine, then more rain. So I'm gonna go pick them. Some of them are already too far open, but I'm gonna go along, pick what I can, and well, probably I'll pick them all. I just won't be able to use them all. It's so tempting to not pick them, and because you just want to look at them. And I heard this really cool tip from Lisa Mason-Ziegler on her podcast. This was an episode from a while back, but she just said don't ever put your cutting garden outside your window. Like, don't put it outside your kitchen window, because you don't want to be able to look at it and enjoy it every day, because you won't pick them. And I can definitely resonate with that. Ranunculus are here, which is amazing, as you saw. So I've just picked a full bucket. They just kind of all bloomed overnight. Well, actually they bloomed yesterday, and some of them have gone too far, but it's okay. Shani likes to put those in her room, so she always gets the flowers that are blown open. But I got to tell you, it is amazing picking flowers out in the field again, and not having to bring things home in plastic and prep them in the studio. It is just so nice to bring a bucket of fully prepped flowers inside. So I am really looking forward to the season. It is a bit late because of the weather, but our farm has coped really well with it, and the plants have actually thrived. I think we've lost all of our bells of Ireland, which is why I'm starting more. I just really want a row of bells of Ireland. So I'm gonna work on that. I'll show you the state of the Lisianthus. Let's go look at that for those following along on that journey. Uh-oh, looks like they've actually died.